digested? Because there was hunger. Isn't it? Yes, it is cyclical. Yes, go ahead. See, this is called anicca. Do you want me to do again? Okay, so the basic thing, we need to do, Kalyan, is come to the root for everything. It's for everybody, including myself. Come to the root. The root of things is something is not there. Meaning, if I want something to work, means something else is not there. Right? And then that's the reason I wanted this to work. If it was working, then there was no need for me to do this. Since I can see it doesn't work, I need to do this. So for myself, I will come into Paccavekkhana, just a reflection. So for reflection on why. Why am I eating? Why am I wearing clothes? Why am I having a shelter? Why am I having medicine? That's it. And I see everybody doing exactly the same thing. Nothing is different. I might do this in Australia, I might do it in America, I might do it in India, I might do it in Nepal or Sri Lanka or Bangladesh or Europe or wherever it is, but exactly these four things is what we are doing. There's nothing else we are doing. So come to the basic. Can I stay in the basic? Yes. So then what I can do? Seclude yourself from sensual. So I go to Aranyagatova. Just seclude. What seclude? Sir, have a seat somewhere so you can reflect. So now I take the first sense door, tongue. Well, that's a maximum used sense door apart from the eyes. But here is the deal. Eyes, we are using it all the time. So it's very directly connected. Whereas tongue, we use it only when the time arises. So we can take the kala, time, vikala, non-time. That's not that time is not come. So the stomach I check, is it hungry? No. Good. The fuel is there. So I'll convert the food to a fuel. Right? So what happens? There's no longer any interest. So somebody comes with an ice cream like this. Like I and Aryu, we were standing with ice cream and Aryu took a picture in, I think, Mountain View, where we went to Baskin Robbins. I think it was Baskin Robbins. Yeah, so I'm having a mango ice cream, so to say. Am I posing? Yes, absolutely I'm posing to the camera. Am I eating ice cream? And the answer is no. Come on, I saw you eating ice cream. Yes. But in the mind, am I eating ice cream? No. It's just a food. So can I do Aranyagatova in this? Yes, I can. Now, with every taste of that, I'm seeing it passing away. It's passing away from here, coming here, and passing away down. Right? That mango flavor no longer is there. Then the smell is arising and ceasing. Sight arising and ceasing. Because as I'm doing like this, that much is gone, that much remains. Then that much is gone, that much remains. ultimately only the cone is left. Then I put the cone. Nothing. Exhausted? Absolutely done? No doubt. So at one point in time, there was an ice cream of Baskin Robbins. And in few minutes' time, that Baskin Robbins ice cream is no longer visible. So the rupa is completely vanished. Along with that, the Vedana feeling is also vanished. Along with that, the Baskin Robbins sanya, the perception is also vanished. Along with that, the choice what I made or the volition what I made also vanished. Along with that, the awareness of having an ice cream also vanished. And then I and Ariu and Chirag, we went to Target for walking meditation in the night when they were closing the store. Or somewhere we went, three of us. Now, Baskin Robbins no longer is available. It's replaced by Target. So now I do the same thing. So I'm secluding myself from sensual pleasure. And I'm saying, I'm doing the Aranya Gatova, Rukkamula Gatova, Shunyagara Gatova. So in the Rukkamula Gatova, or in the case of root cause analysis, I ask why? Why and why and why and why and why? And that's it. I get the proper answer. So now why am I having ice cream? Because I crave for ice cream. See this one. I crave for ice cream. Why do I crave for ice cream? Because of the taste. Why do I prefer the taste?
Habit.
Exactly. Why do I have an habit? Because it is cyclical. It is unsatisfactory. So what is dukkha? Unsatisfactoriness. So can you replace it? Meaning, can you make it go away? No. Every few hours, you feel like having ice cream. Just like every few hours, I would like to have a coffee or a tea or something. Because I want to relieve from the dissatisfaction. So what I do, I go and fill it up. Then again it goes away. Then again I fill it up. Again it goes away. Again I fill it up. It's just keep on filling, which cannot be filled. It's just like Goenka saying in one of these 10-day course, it says it is a bottomless bucket, which is true. It's correct. So did I experience this bottomless bucket myself? Yes. So what should I do? Seclude. Aranyagatova. Seclude. Cut it off. Cut it off what? Just bring another thought to replace this thought. What thought with thought? What thought? Now I got an ice cream thought. Now I bring a thought of the problem of ice cream, that it cannot be satisfying. Clear? Now what happens? I go to the ice cream parlor along with Ariu. Again, I go to US and I say, hey, in December we had this ice cream. So why don't we go and have an ice cream? He says, Vilas, you just said that you'll never eat ice cream again. That was the old story. Now it is new story. I want to meditate on ice cream. Okay, my teacher wants to meditate on ice cream. I can't say no. So he takes me to the ice cream parlor. I go inside Baskin. I'm almost ready to order an ice cream. And a noble thought arises. Vilas, come on. Enough is enough. You didn't say that words. It's the Vitakka which said, Vilas, it's sufficient. Now, if I use that Pali word, it's a very nice word, Nekkamma. In Sanskrit, it becomes Naishkramya. Krama means step. Naishkramya means, or Nekkamma means, cut out the step. You will have a continuous steps. It is once the ice cream idea comes, it creates a symbol. And that symbol will create the taste. And that taste, one second. So that creates the taste of the ice cream even before the ice cream arrived. So that means I'm eating the ice cream without having the ice cream. Then it creates anxiety to go and pick up the ice cream. Then I convince Aryu with some stupid story in his house that let us go and meditate with ice cream. Now the Aryu will say that, hey, I want to put my son Luke to sleep. I say, forget your Luke, I need an ice cream. Like a drug addict, but I can't say like that. So I will use a nice sugar-coating word saying that, Aryu, I think you should also look at how to meditate on ice cream. And then this poor guy doesn't know I'm playing around with him. So he drives me to that ice cream parlor. This is a step. And then I'm anxious. But I can't show my anxiety to Aryu because then he will say that, Vilas, I doubt you're an anagami. You are so anxious of ice cream. I can't make that visible because I'm a teacher. So I should pretend. Actually, you know what, Aryu, I don't require ice cream, but due to your insistence, you say, when did I insist you? Not today. Some day ago you had insisted and now today I thought it is a time to go and have an ice cream. So I'm telling lies and all of that. It's okay because on Dhamma you can, just for example's sake, you can tell lies. So all of this is happening. Luke might also like an ice cream. Yeah, you're right. Maybe you can take Zao also. She might also like an ice cream. Anyway, so then we go to the ice cream parlor. Then awakening happens that this is not worth it. You cut the first step. What is first step? See the ugly side of ice cream. What's an ugly side of ice cream? It is never satisfying. That's it. The taste in the tongue goes away. Meaning, you don't feel like going to an ice cream parlor. Now, can I apply this to a girl? Yes. Can I apply this to money? Yes. Can I apply to a house? Yes. Can I apply to the garden? Yes. Can I apply to a city? Yes. Can I apply to the country? Yes. There's nothing. Right? So, just cut off. This is called nekkamma. Or this is known as nekkamma. So, from kama vitakka, I have come to nekkamma vitakka. Now that once I bring the nekkamma vitakka, it cuts off the step. Krama is to step. Kamma, that is nekkamma, that kamma, not karma. Kamma here is step. It's krama, basically. Then a vyapada will happen. I had a vyapada sankappa. That ice cream when I eat it should be like this and like that. Means if it is not like that, I have a vyapada. Meaning ill will towards that person. Let's say he asked me question like this in America. It's very crazy people with crazy thoughts and crazy ideas. So if you were to ask, can I have an ice cream? So do you want to have it small and the regular and the big one? I think what's the difference between small and the regular and the big one? So the big one is a big one and the regular is a regular ice cream and the small one is a small one. What does that mean? So he'll show you the cup size or he'll give the cone size and say, which one do you want? That's pretty confusing for an Indian because we are not used to asking these many questions. We want an ice cream means we want an ice cream. There's nothing like a small one or a big one or the middle one or this one and that one. And do you want to have with a chocolate or without chocolate? I want an ice cream. I got it, sir, but do you want with chocolate or without chocolate? No chocolate. Okay, great. Do you want with toppings or no toppings? What is the topping? Here are the toppings what we have. Do you want it with or without? No, I don't want any toppings. Do you want with dry fruits or without dry fruits? What do you mean that? No. On toppings, you do want to have some dry fruit stuff. No, I don't want anything. I just want plain ice cream. Can I just have a plain ice cream, please? Yes, we'll give you plain ice cream, but do you want it a vanilla or a mango or a strawberry or what flavor do you want? So by the time this guy gets an ice cream, he's mad. There's so many questions. Do you want this? Do you want this? Do you want this? Do you want this? And that's Vyapada. Because I'm so anxious to get that piece of ice cream. These many questions make it overwhelming. Now what do I do? Since I don't have nekkhamma, I have nekkhamma instead of kama vitakka. I don't have any ill will. Why? Because there's no ice cream. Now why are you standing there? Nothing in particular. Do you want to order or do you don't want to order? Yeah, we can order. But I don't have an ice cream in my mind. Just like I can go with a girl but not having girl in the mind. Can I do that? Yes, you can. I can go with a woman without having wife in the mind. Right, so the suffering is gone. Once I learn this, it takes me to the third one, which is avihimsa vitakka. Means you're not going to harm yourself or others through, having some spite on them or some anger, resentment, and all of that. But let them suffer like what I'm suffering. It's not there. So in the taste, if I do this, can I not do it on smell? Yes. Can I not do it on the sound? Yes. Can I not do it on touch? Yes. Then I can bring to the sight. It's wonderful. Now I don't have any pain. So if I go to Aryu's home or to Bobby's home or whosoever home, whenever I go, I don't have a precedence. Like when next time I meet Bobby in the next month, I don't have precedence to aspire or to reject. That means I stayed at his home in April. I am still filled with gratitude to him and his wife and his two beautiful children. That remains. And that's it. So I changed it to metta forever. So what happens? The vibration what I'm going to have on the body is too good. It's peaceful. So humans emit infrared, IR. Don't forget it. The radiation what the body emits or the person emits is infrared. If you didn't know this. And because there is heat, it's radiating. Right? There's a radiation. And when you have a radiation, it's going to have some frequency. And hence, we have a repulsive and attractive frequency, but also a neutralizing frequency. So when I have a neutralizing effect, what happens? It doesn't stay contaminated. So if I stay at Aryu's home or at Bobby's home or anybody's here, it would be the nicest thing I can ever be. Right. So I can do like that, Indriya Samvara. And now I've understood Indriya Samvara by knowing three things: that I need to seclude Aranyagatava, I need to do the RCA, root cause analysis, Rukkamulagatava, I need to do the third one, Shunyagaratava. That means I made mind empty. So when I go to, when I meet Bobby at Shaniel's home, no precedence. I no expectation about what Bobby is going to do to me or whatever, or what Shaniel is going to do me, or what I'm going to do with Shaniel. Nothing. Then what happens? You are in the present moment. So it's very nice. Try it out.
Sir, I have another question along this line. So this thing that you have said, not having any ups or down, but staying neutral, that I have observed while doing breathing focus. Like pure seva happens. Like if someone asks you to do something, there's no thought comes because you are constantly in your breath focus. So you do whatever is being asked. But the problem arises is doing personal work, which was again the reason why first I came to you. The same problem again popped up, which is I don't mind sitting in this breath focus because I also tested it, like in what real work situation I can have it. Like I went on a ride on my bike, I saw like, yeah, the breath focus is there. And I can do other work, every stuff. Even while talking, I can have it. But even while eating also, I can have it in the background. But what issue arises is, if I'm sitting here, I have a 2-second animation clip to do. But because it's mine, and I have to sit up and do it, like that is stopping me. It's not letting me. Like if I do it, like anything that's creative that I have to think and work, that breath focus kind of like goes, like it unsettles a bit. The stillness goes away. Every time I try to make up a story or make up an animation, like when I'm thinking, it goes away. That's what I'm facing. But otherwise, any work, normal work, like any work, cleaning dishes or doing anything for my parents, nothing comes if I'm on the breath focus. But only while doing creative works. Like if I have to write a story that I have to think, then it goes like this.
No, the thing is like this. When I'm working on a slide, now I'm supposed to make some slides, and I have to think. I should be on that. There's nothing like watching the breath. Because the whole energy is on that. Right now I'm supposed to, after this call, the next thing I need to do is I need to work on 3 assignments and keep it ready. And I should be submitting it by 12:30 today. Now, when I'm now going into the system and doing something, my entire thoughts and whatever I'm doing is on that. So can I watch the breath a little bit? It will be the peripheral awareness. But the primary awareness is on what I'm seeing.
It's like not constant flow. Like that flow of water is like coming and then again.
No. You have to stabilize. So what you need to do is what I need to do, and you need to do, or anybody needs to do in working environment, or whatever work you think is work. is to first have a breath watching for 5-10 minutes before work. And when it gets going, go to the work. Then the breath will go to the periphery, and this will come in the primary. Then beyond the primary, the breath is also there, so you'll not get deflected. You'll be only thinking to the level of thinking, like what Buddha says, in cognition, there's only cognition. Vinyate vinyate mattam, which means that when I'm working on the slides, and I'm supposed to take some screenshot of certain things and paste it and see how it looks. Does it make it too much, too many details, too much of disturbance, or too little information, or too much of information? I need to check all of that. And then paste it. Now when I paste it, I'm watching the breath again. And this gets blurred and the breath becomes primary. Right? I'm taking a break. So just sit, close the eyes to 75-80%. Clear off the thoughts. After 15 minutes, I'll keep a time of 15 minutes. And after that, come back to the presentation, look at it, like I'm looking at somebody presenting it, and do some corrections. Like you are writing some story, see it as if somebody has submitted a story to you, and you are reviewing the story. So you'll be able to see it like a third party. When you see it like a third party, your breath comes back. Because it's not affecting you at all. That story is not affecting you. That painting is not affecting you. Or whatever you're doing, creative job is not affecting you. Let's say I'm coding. Another example. I'm coding. I'm a developer. So can I code? Yes. Should I code? Yes. But then the breath will go away. Yes, it will go into the background. Before I do that, let me take 15 minutes off or 10 minutes off. Set it in motion. Now I start working. It's there. The background, the breath is there. Not even 1 minute is missed. Oh, sorry, not even a second is missed. But I'm working. Yes, sir, you. You're on mute, huh?
Yes. No, I was just thinking, I think these days people are working more and more with AI. You talk with AI. So one thing I do and I found very helpful is you can set the rules for the AI, right? And one of the top rules is always say, be mindful, that's the first thing you say back to me. So whenever he talks back to me, he reminds me. So I found an interesting way of...
Absolutely. Absolutely. In fact, it's there in iPhone 16 Pro also. You can have a message read back to you. Be mindful. Apple has that intelligence, so you can set it up and say that I need these voice memos every 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think in this case, the good thing is because all day you're interacting with it to try to get something done. So as
exactly.
the process,
whatever works. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever works. So basically, Kalyan, it's like this. I need to be mindful. For being mindful, I need to be watching the breath. For watching the breath, I need to have control over the senses. So to have control over senses, look at the negative side of the senses. So it automatically stop. And then you are literally in Nibbanic experience.
Yes, sir. Actually, what worked for me is that when you said review it as if someone else sent a story. So
Yes.
Because it's a very complex thing. And I know like the mindful part is like a little different than how this imagining thing and creating it. So that's why. So that line helped. And I think, yeah, now it's sorted. I can do it.
Good. So you can be mindful and enjoying everything that is coming near you, just like on the monitor. There's so many things which are coming and going, and then every action is coming and going. You are not the actor. You are just an observer of the actor. So the actor is a son. The actor is a daughter. Is a husband. The actor is a brother. The actor is a citizen of a country. And the actor is an employee. But you are not any one of these actors. You've got nothing to do with them. But you are evaluating their actions as an actor. So you're making sure that they don't act wrong, either through body or through speech or through mind.
Thank you, sir. Beautiful.
That's it. Now let's understand what is Nibbana then. Its ending of Raga Dvesha Moha is Nibbana. It's not about Nirodha Samapatti. So don't get confused that Nirodha Samapatti and Nibbana are the same. No, they are not the same. Can I be in Nibbana without getting into the jhana? And the answer is yes, and yes, and yes, and yes, and yes, and yes, and yes. And how many times you want to have yes? You can. So to answer to Bobby's question that day, that do you have to be in jhana to attain Nibbana? The answer is no. Wow, what a relief. Yes. And hence even a Sotapanna can experience Nibbana. Now, how do you get into Nibbana? Can you enter into Bas, yes, go ahead.
Yeah, you just answered it that only, like everything, you were just a reviewer. So even the jhanas you were just reviewing the jhanas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you enter into jhana? Number one, you can't enter into jhana. You can't enter into Nibbana. You can enter into jhana, but you can't enter into Nibbana. Can you exit out of Nibbana? There's nothing called as entry, so there's nothing called as exit. Can you get out of jhana? Yes, because there is an entry into jhana, you have to exit out of jhana, and hence it is temporary. It's just a cessation, not really extinguishment. Wow. But you have been saying you have to enter into jhana all the time. And I think Bobby will be furious at me when he's going to meet me in Brisbane International Airport, saying that, Vilas ji, tell me one thing. You either say jhana or no jhana. This is confusing to me. Sometimes you've been convincing everyone you should do jhana. And today maybe the day is good or bad, I don't know in Bangalore, so you are saying no jhana. No, I didn't say that. Just want to say what's the difference between jhana and Nibbana. Jhana is all about meeting a certain requirement or a state requirement where you condition out of your sensuality, so that if death arises now, you are in a better place. That's all what it is. It's better than a sensual plane. Clear? That's it. That's the answer to that question.
So yeah, so that's what so basically the panya is underdeveloped. So jhana helps you develop and reach that state.
Yes.
Otherwise.
So in order to get into panya, because we are near, we should enter into jhana. And hence all traditions, what's the name? They not talk about jhana, they'll put it in some other branded thing of their own. And they still be doing the same thing. which is samatha, basically. Now we come to Vita, secondary. So now we come to the focus of Nibbana. It's from two words, ni plus bana. Nibbana. Okay. What it means? It means that the mind is completely stilled, not going behind anything. No clinging, no attachment, no conditioning, no movement. So when I was telling all these days, I'm stilled, I'm stilled, I'm stilled, I'm stilled, I'm talking about this effect. It's continuing. What does that mean? Like for the last 3 days, without effort, I'm doing my natural talk, not animating much, and not making the mind establish anywhere. Unestablished. So when it's unestablished, does it have moha? No. What is moha? Delusion of what? It has 3 kinds of delusions. 1, it doesn't see arising and passing of conditions. 2, it cannot see the dukkha to set the conditions. Now the condition is not there. I want the condition back. Let's say I have an H-1B visa and my company, with this new administration, they're saying you have to have $100,000 for reapply. And my company is saying, Vilas, we'll transfer you back to India. We'll give you a US salary if you want, but you have to go back to India. What about my son's schooling? They care a damn about it. So I'm worried. Why am I worried? Because the job is going to be removed. That's the dukkha to establish back, condition. So I'm cursing. Cursing my fate and cursing the administration, cursing this, cursing that, whatever. Which looks ridiculous, but yes, what I can do. So, I come to know from my own experience that this is unsatisfactory. So what I do, I disallow this unsatisfaction to take over me, and hence I'm getting rid of myself being an American. Right? When I'm no longer an American, the desire to be in America also goes away. So the moha is gone. Why I was staying in America? To earn a living. Why am I staying in India? Earning for a living. Does that really matter whether it's America or India? As far as this goes, no. What I'm supposed to do? Cook food. What am I doing in India? Cooking food. Maybe the cars and other things and driving in America might be the best thing, and in India it might be a challenging thing. But does it affect my daily activities? And I find no. In fact, I find everybody's in dukkha. Everybody is just exactly doing the same thing. Just exactly the same thing. For requisite. Say, wow. That's all what we are doing. We take a car, go from place A to place B. Park the car there. And go inside the office. And do some shitty work. and then you get wages, and you come back, go to the grocery stores, or to Walmart, or to Costco, or some other place, and buy stuff, and keep it in the freezer, or the fridge, and cook it up using an oven, and go to the washroom every now and then, clean yourself. And that's exactly, I watch everyone. Whether they're in India, they're in Timbuktu, or in Ethiopia, or wherever, they are doing the same thing. Now my delusion is gone. If the delusion is gone, will there be a dvesha? On what? If you have moha, then you have dvesha. If you don't have moha, you will not have any dvesha, because on what will I get upset? If everybody is going to do the same thing from morning till evening, why should we in dvesha? No. I see, these girls are getting old, I'm also getting old. This guy is also struggling for food, I'm also struggling for food. Everything remains the same, just the same. So would there be desire to possess anything or anyone? No. So once I enter into jhana and still the mind, I see the anicca dukkha anatta nature, which removes the delusion, and hence there is no raga and dvesha. Guess what? That very moment, Nibbana takes over. So I entered into jhana to exit out like a freeway exit. And when I exit, I get into Nibbana. What was holding me from Nibbana was the sensuality. And that sensuality is gone. So I'm jhana. And what was holding me from Nibbana was jhana. So I give up jhana and I'm Nibbana. And that's a paramam sukham. Why? It's stilled. Completely stilled. Like I'm in office today. Okay. So, if I create a home, now I'm in office. What if there is no home? Will I be in office? Tell me. And the answer is no. Because if there is one thing created, another thing gets created. If that one thing is not created, with the other thing getting created. So is there any distinction between staying at home and staying at office? No. Is there anything called as working for house and working for office? No. So now tell me one thing, should I quit the job or shouldn't I quit the job? That question doesn't even arise. So should I make it personal life and professional life? It's just life. What do you mean personal life and professional life? You have only one life. Yes. Even if it is personal, you have to eat. Even professional, you have to eat. If you are personal, you have to keep running around. Even professional, you have to keep running around. In personal, you require a shelter. In professional, also you require a shelter. In personal, you require a clothing. In professional, also you require a clothing. Right? I can't go naked in office or stay naked at home. Like when when Java people met, they started working nude in US. initially. Sun Microsystems. You were taken in the job if you are new. So in California, it became a symbol that Java has to be learned while being clothless. So all the guys over there, no girls, were nude. Okay, 1980, 89, 88, 89, when the first Java, you can search for guys in nude in Java. And after my Unix and C learning, that is the next one which I started, is Java. I used to love Java. Okay, so anyway, coming back to this subject, is it doesn't matter whether I'm clothed and working or disclothed and working. Should I be in Mountain View instead of this office? In fact, Google has started the biggest office in India. And in fact, I think it surpasses what they have as a Googleplex. And the number of eatables in Bangalore office is far more better than what Aryu has in his California office. So next time Aryu is here, we can drive down to the Google stuff and eat. Yeah, they're better place than you, Aryu. I think it's time once your son settled down, you jump back to India and you can be working still with Google. Anyway, so basically, should I be working with Google? How do you answer if you want Nibbana? Answer is, don't create Google in the mind. Work is work. Just like shit is shit. Toilet is toilet. Urine is urine. Consider everything as urine and shit. You're in Nibbana. Do you have any moha on the shit which comes down? Sure? Yes. No matter, we both, I and Bobby ate Toblerone and we shared each other's toilet color. And it came from his thing and it came from my thing, and we keep both of them together just like they take for testing, right? You would find no Toblerone there. What if I consider everything I'm doing in life is like that? Will there be anything called as dvesha? Will there be anything called raga? So then why don't you just work as work? Why do you compartmentalize and construct suffering? That's it. Try this out. You're in Nibbana. The very moment.
Yeah. So also, just now, you texted saying work on Dhamma. So if to clearly say this, like there's nothing to work on. Because
exactly. There's nothing called separation. As work on Dhamma means there's something there.
Yeah.
There is only work. And Dhamma is part of that work. Be on Dhamma. Just like be on breath, you be on Dhamma. Don't cause suffering onto yourself. Remove the factors which causes suffering. And that is it. See, Mrityunjay is coming all the way to Australia. flying to Singapore, waiting in the Changi International Airport, then again taking another flight to Brisbane. What a pain. He could just do it sitting at his home in Yelahanka in Bangalore. But then the mind will say, if you go there, you get Nibbana. Never. You will get only toilet and urine and food and all of that, nothing else. In those 11 days or 10 days of his stay, he might use washroom for so many number of times, take bath, eat, sit, do some meditation. All this act of doing is cutting out yourself from Nibbana. That's it. And then I will inform Bobby. Bobby, shall we go to Ponoma Center, Vipassana Center, Ponoma? So we drive 140 kilometers and we are in, Pomona. Yeah, Pomona Center is a nice one. So we go there. Then do what? What will you do? After going there, what's the next thing you're going to do? Sit. Then what were you doing at home? Sit. Okay, great. Then what were you doing in the car? Sit. Right? And what were you doing after getting out of the car? Walk. Then what were you doing at home? Walk. Wait, let me understand in a proper way. Then what were you doing after getting up? Walk. Then sit. Then stand. So what are you going to do there? Walk, sit, stand. Right? These are the three things. Then eat. Then what were you doing there? Eat. So what are you going to do here? Eat. Then what are we doing there on the body? Wearing clothes. What will you do here? Wearing clothes. Then what are we doing at home? Taking a bath. What will you do here? Same, taking the bath. Okay. Is there a home? Yes. Is there a Pomona Center? Yes, that's a problem. Cut the home, the Pomona goes away. Then you're in Nibbana. That's it. Because the moha says, let's go to Pomona. And then we are charged up. The mind is already moved to Pomona. And then we take the car of Bobby's. This time we're going to stay with Shaniel. So we have to convince Shaniel, hey, Pomona, I think you should see it. It's the best thing to be around. You'll get a lot of inspiration. At present, you're getting a lot of perspiration because when the time I reach Brisbane, it will be pretty hot weather. So a lot of perspiration. So we go for inspiration. So then we drive to Pomona Center. And from his house, it is near also. So we just, I think so, right, Bobby? From his house?
I think it will be the same distance. You have to come to city, Brisbane city.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, anyway, so Bobby, myself and Shaniel, 3 people, will not tell anyone that we are going to Pomona Center and because Bobby is going to stay with us for the whole of 1 month. Some days he go for work and some days he's going to stay with us. So for the day he's going to stay with us, we go on a ride to Pomona Center. Let's say. And do what? So when I ask this question, do what? Why? What answer? What's the answer to this why? It's a nice place. Why? It's away from city. Why? secluded. Why? What do you mean, why? Now it ends. There's no proper answer at all. That means it is created. So should I go to Pomona Center? Yes.
So there is no words at all. There is no sounds at all.
Exactly. It just stops. So I don't have an answer. So I'm feeling like go to Pomona Center. So I know Bobby likes Pomona Center. So I first try convincing Bobby so that he will get charged up. And then Shaniel have to say yes to it. And Shaniel would say that, Vilasji, let's sit here and do it. But like I did with Aryu on ice cream, I want to go to Pomona Center. I want to have a ride, actually, basically. And that's all I want. I can't sit in that place. So what do? I bring some unnecessary things. These poor guys don't know that I'm scheming. So I say, Bobby, Pomona Center or Dhammagiri, either of the two. And Bobby says, Dhammagiri at this time will be very hot, Vilasji. I don't think so you will be able to tolerate that heat. But the choice of driving, I don't know whether Shaniel is going to give me his car to drive or not. But anyway, and then I want to enjoy. If I want to enjoy, it means I'm already suffering. Now I'd ask this question, why I want to go to Dhammagiri? To meet Ajahn Dhammasiha. Sure? That's all what you want in life? No, the place is good. Is it? That's all what you want in life? The route is good. Oh, that's all what you want in life? Why? And the fifth why, no answer. So then what I do? He's very close to Shaniel's house. Yes, I wanted to say that. It's just, I think it is around 20 kilometers, 25.
Yeah, I think it will be even less than that. It's very close.
Yeah. So we convince Shaniel and we drive there. And do what? Just ask this question and do what? And it fizzles out. And the moha is gone. And there's no raga now. That whole raga is gone. And the dvesha is also gone. Let's take another example. Since I'm coming in December, the Gold Coast and the Sunshine Coast will be filled with a lot of people almost on their bare minimums or not even bare minimums. So I'll say, let's go and meditate at the beach side because you will come to know whether anagami or not. Why do you want to go there? Why? I want to see a anagami or not. So are you sure you're not now and you will be sure when you go there? No, I want to see whether I can control those, people coming without dress. Yeah, go to shower here in Shaniel's home. You can see yourself undressed. And same thing with everyone. No, the other side, other sex. I can't exactly say. Other sex. Well, who is other sex? How many sex you have? Think it over. There's no other sex at all. There's no sex. Forget other. It's just a gender being there or not being there. One has one kind of gender, another has another kind of gender, and that is it. That's the end of the story. You mean to say there's no female? Just an identifier on gender. The gender, they say M and F. Now with LGBTQ, they can put whatever they want. That's all what it is. Oh, shucks. I didn't know this. What do you mean you didn't know that? That's how it is. What's your name? Given name. Do you have a name? No. First name, middle name, last name. It's not mine. It's a given name. Come on, what are you talking? On the passport, it's very clearly written, given name. Whoever has given you the name. Come on, you don't have a name. Anybody can give you any name. Good one. So do you have raga on yourself? No, because it's given name. Can you have dvesha on yourself? No, because it's given name. Come on, what are you talking? I don't like vilas. Put whatever you want. Who cares? See, in my family, people call me by various names. Really, they don't call, many of them don't even know my name is Vilas, because that's an official name. So for everything I say yes. If somebody calls me Vilas, I say yes. Somebody calls me by some other name, I say yes. Somebody calls me by some other name, I'm going to say yes. Right? All are yes. So I see this fun and I cut off. So when I cut off that name, the form is not created. If the name and form is not created, there is no consciousness arising out of that. How is it? Done. Final act over. It's just like somebody acting and he was named Vilas in this movie and he just did it and came out and didn't care. So what happened to his family? He went with the movie. What else will happen? And that's Nibbana. Okay, so with this Nibbanic bliss, let's end for today. There is a Uposatta here. So hope everyone gains Nibbana with no raga, no dvesha, no moha, which is no going to Pomona Center, no going to Dhammagiri, or no going to Sunshine Coast, or what's that another one? Gold Coast. That doesn't mean that we shouldn't go, but don't have that as an agenda. Everything is the same. So you're not going anywhere. See, if you're not going anywhere, your mind is still. And if the mind is still, everything works. So Nibbana equals mind still. It's not my words, it is the word of Ajancha also. And there's another person by name Katukurande Jnanananda Thero. He also uses the same word. Nibbana means mind still. Yes.
Yeah, I think earlier I had a question I was wanting to ask. If you've stayed in this stillness for 100 plus days, does it mean you're in Nibbana for all the time? And I think you just answered.
I didn't want to obviously say that. I thought you were going to guess it out. And
even before, it's obvious.
So from June, now we're in October, it's like that. So I don't know what changes you have found or not found. Anyway, I'm going to ask Bobby and Shaniel when I meet face to face, because that will be more ideal to find from my April meeting. And I made them, two of them, policemen to see, oh, what am I doing? So that's all for today, Kalyan, and I hope you got what you wanted.
I got many things, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no worries. Veena, hope you get Nibbana by not training yourself in Australian Dhamma group and here and Hindi and where all you, I don't know, and you go everywhere also. If you stop seeking, it comes back to you. So don't seek. You are putting too much of effort in seeking. And don't complain. Two things for you. If you keep on complaining, you can also come to Australia. No problems. You can convince your husband, even I want to be in Australia, come over. But the day you stop complaining, it works. Try. Okay, so should we end the session for today? Meet tomorrow. Great.
Thank you, Vilashi.
Thank you. Bye-bye.